Over the past couple of months and the past few weeks, we've learned a lot of news, both big and small. We now know that Matt Reeves' Batman film has a secured release date scheduled for 2021. We also are aware that the Suicide Squad will also be releasing that year as well, and director James Gunn will be at the helm. We know that next year, Cathy Yan's debut, Birds of Prey, and the fantabulous emancipation of Harley Quinn will be proceeding, and following that we'll also see Wonder Woman 84 in the summer. And for a lot of us, this is exciting news, but lo and behold, across the sea, there lies a gentleman who, though he may be filming a show for Netflix called The Witcher, there's a gentleman ready and willing to keep playing Kal-El. And going into this video, ladies and gentlemen, I initially was gonna title it something completely different, and it would have definitely caused some butt hurt, because you know that's what I'm good for. But I decided that the video should be called "The World is a Much Better Place with Henry Cavill as Superman." But yeah, I wanted to make this video, for you guys specifically. And yeah, we don't really know exactly what it is, though most seem to think that it's an issue of money. And in spite of all the dastardly misfortunes that the world knows about, I sincerely hope and pray that Henry Cavill continues to be Kal-El, because to a great deal of people everywhere, he is our Superman. You know what I'm saying? In spite of what a person on Twitter might try to tell us, what another heinous YouTuber might try to tell us, he is the Superman that this world needs. You know what I'm saying? And regardless of what people say, I believe personally in Zack Snyder's vision for Superman and Henry Cavill's portrayal of Superman, even if WB doesn't. And don't get me wrong, I'm definitely going to see Shazam. Shout out to David Sandberg. Definitely gonna see Joker, because I definitely want to see what Joaquin Phoenix does with the role. Definitely gonna see Wonder Woman 84. But just Sunday, for example, Henry posted a pic. This man is jacked, bruh. He's in his prime. And we just don't know. We get all these announcements about everything else, but we don't know anything about a sequel to Man of Steel. A proper sequel to BVS. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. I just really, I understand that the universe has to go going a different direction, according to Toby Emmerich, a director-driven direction. And if that be true, Mr. Emmerich, you know, just release the Snyder Cut, bruh. But yeah, I've never been as inspired by a portrayal of a superhero as intensely like I have been Henry Cavill's Superman. I know that it's the same for a lot of different people, and I know we tend to see these arguments of how Superman is portrayed in Man of Steel and BVS, and oh well, Reeve did this, and I just ain't in the mood tonight. I'm just, I just want to make a video about, why I feel that the world is better with Henry Cavill as Superman, and it is. It truly is. I mean, I really appreciate how the movies, showed him going through things, experiencing things, not just as Superman, but as Clark, and how he had to, learn certain things along the way. Not just his powers, but about the world around him. That's real. And as usual, my brothers, we always see these, not my Superman. But again, notice how they are always so quick to say that, oh, well, Henry's good, but he hasn't been developed properly. He hasn't been displayed properly. And then notice how, when you lay out plausible defenses, it's still not enough. And this is why certain parts of the fandom are toxic. And, people choose to, the unfortunate reality of it all, in regards to these, not my Superman arguments and debates and book reports, people choose to see what they want to see, and people choose to believe what they want to believe, And sadly, no matter if 100 people say it or if 1,000 people say it, they're not going to change their mind otherwise. And that's just the unfortunate reality, I mean, who are you to tell somebody that Superman or Clark can't go on a journey as a man? Who are you to tell somebody that the way Superman is portrayed in these movies is wrong, just because you've supposedly collected 1,000 issues of Action Comics? With all due respect to those of you that, read comics, including myself. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. And again, I know I'm not alone in saying this, but, and I've said it before, Henry Cavill's portrayal personally made me interested in Superman as a character. And I think I need to explain that, like, a little bit further. Like, it's not that I necessarily hated Superman before, or just wasn't interested. It's more along the line, more like I wasn't as intrigued by the character until a Man of Steel and a BVS came around. I was like, wow. And truth be told, these movies made me view heroism in a different light in itself, And we're so quick to say that, he's supposed to be wanting to be willing to help people, and he's supposed to be wanting to be this way and this way. And, we overlook the fact that, yes, he does help people. Yes, he does save people. He saves the world multiple times. You know what I'm saying? But just because he doesn't save the world in the way that you imagined it, or the way that you want him to, smiling, happy, joyful, cheer up, man. The world is a very, unfortunately, cruel place. And like I always say, realistically, I don't think a superhero will be smiling or always happy-go-lucky while saving the day. Those moments that occur like that, whether they be on TV or in comics, yeah, they're beautiful. They're beautiful moments. And I respect the writer and the artist for crafting those moments. But should we expect these type of moments in the movies always? I appreciate that, I appreciate seeing a character like Superman do the things that he does, regardless of what the world has to say. I appreciate that he, you know, gives his life for, to save everyone around him, you know, out of something that he didn't even cause. You know what I'm saying? And like Ben Affleck, uh, we don't really know the actual status, but if that movie was the last movie that we see Henry Cavill in, then I will definitely be very crushed. Very. You know what I'm saying? You know, but yeah, if there must be a Superman, it most certainly needs to be Henry Cavill. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I never really got those. Oh, he acts like an asshole. Oh, he's depressing. Oh, he's too dark. I mean, again, bruh, it's really you really have to look at it, man. Like, he was sent to Earth so that he could know what it was to be human, and so that he could also save people. You know, and he does all those things. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense when, sometimes he closes himself off or shuts off, and has doubts. That's what that's part of what being human as you're learning and growing is all about. Damn, that rhymed. But yeah, yeah, we have scenes like the first flight, but at the end of the day, that's not entirely what Superman is about. Him just smiling through and through. Yeah, it's a beautiful scene. It's an epic sequence. The attention to detail in that scene is overlooked because so many are like, oh wow, he's smiling. You know? But yeah. And I keep saying, but yeah. But yeah, you know, this world needs Henry Cavill to continue playing Superman, man. I mean that. You know, the reason I appreciate a scene like the Superman question scene, not just for the epic, beautiful music, but I appreciate it because it forces us, the viewer, to put ourselves in the position of this alien or this god. You know what I'm saying? Because at the essence, that's what Superman is. That's how he would be seen. You know? It forces us to sit back and think how this Kal-El what he feels, you know. And then also it shows what humans, us, the mortals, what we would most likely be thinking. And yeah, I've never really seen a sequence like that in a CBM or a superhero movie. And I'm just glad. I love that scene. I love that scene, you know. And it would cause somebody to have doubt. Honestly, it really would. But beyond the smiles, beyond the first flight, beyond the ideals, you know, beyond, you know, saving the world, beyond him giving his life, Henry Cavill, man, this world needs him to continue playing Superman. You know, we love this guy in the role. We love the first two movies that he was in. Let this man be Kal-El. Because the world needs it.